go. Fresh and famous, conquering the radio waves in the world right now, man. We have a legend. Now, if you don't know who he is, first of all, you've been under a rock, and second of all, he was just on the slaughter battle with Loaded Lux, man. He's like, I'm telling you, man, this dude has been the best since day one. Murda Mook, what's going on, my dude?
What's good, JL? How you living?
Man, everything is good, man. Everything is good. Congrats on the battle, man. You definitely had that in your hands, dude.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, yo.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, absolutely. And we want to talk about that too, man. We want to talk about how you got started with the whole battle rapping. First of all, how did you get discovered by Smack?
Well, it wasn't like I got discovered by Smack type of thing because Smack wasn't really Smack. You know what I mean? Back then, like he was just a guy with a camera, and he was trying to start his own DVD.
Okay.
So it just so happened that, like, the battle, the me and Jay Mills battle, that was the first battle. You know what I'm saying? That I did that people saw.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like, he heard about the Jay Mills battle, you know, because there was a lot of buzz going on through talk, through word of mouth and talk of the town, and he heard where it was gonna be at. And, you know, he just showed up. He had a camera. You know what I mean? Like, and then it was like, he put the footage on his DVD that he was already making. Mm-hmm. And that's the way it kind of like, you know, that's the way it kind of transpired. So then after that, it just became like Murda Mook and Smack, like synonymous with each other. You know what I'm saying? When we both was just dudes trying to get our name out there. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. You got to start somewhere, you know? And that takes us to Mills, too, man. I actually had him on the show not too long ago. How was it, you know, battle rapping with him and, you know, creating? Because now you guys, you know, he signed to Young Money. You know, you got your thing going on. You're making your money. You know what I mean? So how does that, you know, how did that feel when you look back at it?
I mean, you know, when you look back at it, it's like, wow, you know, like you see how far you came, you see what you came from, and you kind of see how something you did and something you kind of was like the forefather of is shaping, you know, pop culture as we know it right now.
Right.
And, you know, it's humbling, really. You know, you can't really take it all in because, you know, I'm going a million miles an hour myself. Mm-hmm. But when you kind of get a minute to reflect, you see that, like, you know, Mills got everything, like you said, he got what he got going on. I got what I got going on. And just to see progression and just to see us grow up from being the young kids that we were, you know, because after that battle, it was like a real personal battle, man. Like, and we, you know, we really didn't like each other for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, after that battle, it was like, it was real tension. So, you know, but over the years, as men, you get older and you just realize, like, shit like that is like, that's just, it's really like, shit, it's the phase you go through when you're a kid. You know, so, you know, now we speak and things just go how they go. I mean, he's from Harlem, I'm from Harlem. And so that's definitely a one-up for both of us.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to Harlem. Shouts out to Harlem. And that's another thing, too, man. I always think all battle raps have to do with some kind of tension at the end because y'all be, I don't know, man. I think really deep. And when I hear, you know, bars that come out of a battle rapper's mouth, it's really personal. Like, y'all talk about families, you know, baby moms. You know, I watched the Disaster vs. Cassidy battle, and, like, this dude Cassidy just, like, you know, just exploded on this cat. You know what I mean? And I was just like, you know, just the whole battle rapping, like, is it always tension, or is it sometimes just like, okay, like, we shake hands, we good, or is it always like, man, fuck him?
Well, how it is now, it's a lot more sportsmanship now, you know, because, like, I mean, the integrity of things that's being said is not gonna go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you always gonna, because that's the art. To be able to, your words have to, like, you have to pierce another person by using your words.
Right.
And before and now, the line was, people didn't know there was never a too far. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
there's no too far because this is what we do. You just got to know that it's all in the fun of the sport. But before, we didn't really know the guidelines. Like, so we didn't know what the fun of the sport was. Like, if you said certain things, it could be judged as going too far.
Right.
You know, so now you see people they battle, they might say the most inhumane shit possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just something just that make you cringe. And after the end, you see them shake hands. You see them, you know, on blogs together. Before, when we first started, when there was no internet,
Mm-hmm.
there was no YouTube. Well, it was internet, but it wasn't no YouTube or none of that.
Right.
When we first started on the DVDs, there was none of that. So it was like, yo, I battle you. It's personal.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, this was a personal thing.
Wow.
And that's the whole. That's why I like it now. Like, I love to see it progress to be where it is now, to where it's a lot of sportsmanship. No matter, you know. Now sometimes people go too far, but you're gonna have that in any event or anything, you know. But for the most part, you know, it's real. It's real sportsmanship, and the people taking it as a sport.
That's dope, man. That's really dope. Now let's go way back. You know what I mean? When you were just before the battle rapping, what were you doing before battle rapping?
Before, I was
Oh, that kind of laugh. That kind of laugh means something.
I was young, man. You know, I was doing young shit, man. Like, you know, I was trying to figure it out.
Right.
You feel me? Like you when you grow up where I'm grow up, and you know, it's the same story. Like, you know what I mean? You try to do anything you can because you want money. You know, you don't really have a lot of money, so you try to go make money the best way you know how. And for most of us, where we come from, you know, that's being in the street. You got to try to figure that out. So you try to go in the street. You know, some people could get trapped in that.
Right.
You know, I was fortunate enough not to get trapped in that because I always had other people around me who guided me and showed me different perspectives on life. Mm-hmm. So I was able to pick. I could be in the street. I could try to get money, but then I played basketball. You know what I'm saying? I still was in school. I was still doing so much shit.
Nice.
So, you know, before battle rap, it was like, you know, I was like any other kid. Like, I was playing ball. I was thinking I was going to go to the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is what my day consists of. I wake up, go to school. I do a bunch of shit that I shouldn't do in school.
Right.
Come home from school, go to basketball practice, leave basketball practice, go to the block, do some shit I shouldn't be doing on the block, go home, play the game, wake up, do the same shit over. That was it.
Sounds pretty productive,
just
man.
Trying to figure it out. Yeah, you know, just as a kid trying to figure it out, just doing dumb shit. That's what we all do. And that's why we progress. We learn. We get older, and we figure it out. But I'm forever grateful to the people who gave me those perspectives on life to not make me get caught up in the street permanently. You know what I'm saying? As a lot of my friends have.
Yeah. Thank God that you didn't go that route, man, because we need more, you know, we need more artists like you who can just speak the real and, you know what I mean, be consistent with it. So, you know, that's dope, man. That's dope. Now, we're gonna take it back to battle rapping. You know, it's definitely a skill that you have to practice. You know what I mean? So for all the up and coming rappers who freestyle, what are some things that you would say so that they can step their game up?
I mean, what do you mean? Like, I'm. That's a tricky question.
As far as like, okay, because you have people who just say just stuff that doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? And then you have some people who actually, you know, read and you know, do their research and, you know, do all that, have some kind of, you know, explanation. But then nowadays, like, okay, for example, me and one of my good friends, you know, he freestyles. And so we went to Hollywood Boulevard and he was just like, you know, just spitting stuff out the blue. And then we had another guy, one of his friends, that was just spitting stuff, but it was just like, you know, you could just tell like freestyler wasn't really where his head was at, but he wanted to be a freestyle rapper. You know what I mean? So like, you know, just from being a battle rapper, you know, it's always about competition. But what are some things that, you know, for the people who do want to freestyle, who do want to battle rap, what are just some things that you would just tell them from your experience? You know what I mean? For all the people who might